I'm going toilet.
Let's continue the story right here, right now. Welcome to the feature race in round 3. And after an exciting sprint contest yesterday, it's time for more today with a mandatory pit stop. Jaden lines up on pole, trying to do the double. Can Note or Harrison stop the Jaden Express? Time to find out around this circuit. We are going to be running 22 laps around this incredible venue, 5.2 kilometers, 3.2 miles, 14 turns in total for the drivers to navigate. Lots of them challenging, but lots of them providing overtaking opportunities. And we are all set for what should be a wide open Formula 2 race. All set. Cannot wait for this one to get underway as we look to live pictures in FIA Formula 2. Our pole sitter is Jaden, as I mentioned. It is Harrison behind, and then it's Note. Everyone will be shuffled up one position, so directly alongside Jaden is going to be the Prima that is right now directly behind him. That is Harrison, so he will be moved up to second place alongside. Note will be in third, and we are all set for what should be some thrilling wheel-to-wheel racing. Yesterday it was Bry versus Jaden. Today we don't have Bry with us. Of course, he's racing from America, so the time zones can be a little bit hard for him. But it does mean that Harrison has an opportunity. Jaden closing the gap in the championship. Harrison with a late mistake in that one. Note really wasn't able to contend at all. And we are a minute away from the formation lap getting underway. You would have heard Note on the radio saying that he's quickly going to the toilet before we get this one underway. That was basically literally right during the intro as well. So apologies for that one, but getting a little bit of extra insight that we probably didn't need at that precise moment, but we got anyway. So all of them on the grid for what should be a thrilling race. We have the championship contenders both battling. The formation lap is underway. The laps will be reset as they come over and across the line to begin the formation lap of this one. We're going to quickly reset the stats. And it will mean that soon we will be staring at the 5 red lights. And it should be a close one. It should be a close one. Whether Jaden is going to be able to pull away and dominate like we usually see, that's going to be another question. And we hope it's close though. We hope it's wide open. And we really, really, really want this one to go the distance. We really want it to go all the way till the checkered flag. We are still yet to see a move for the lead on that on our last lap. We had a close battle at Monza, both races. Spain, it kind of calmed down. Australia, it kind of came alive again. But it's been just low attendance. Monza attendance was absolutely brilliant. Qualifying and the sprint and the feature. It was like we had such a big grid for those ones. We've shortened down a little as people are on holiday. People are out as well. No Powell this weekend. No Bella. No Bry. And we also don't have Logo. We're also missing Leclerc. We're missing Naru. So, you know, you get the idea. We're missing quite a few drivers that we had in the opening round of the season. And bringing us on to the grid. Getting all set and ready to start on pole position is the ART. It's recently been announced that he is moving to Mercedes in Formula 1. There's been a lot of changes around as well. Harrison's moved over to McLaren to partner with Note, who has left Ferrari. So it's all changing around. It's all changing around. But I'm sure this race, it's all about to change as well. We have 22 laps ahead of us. It will be 21 on the board and 21 laps of racing when the 5 red lights go out. Lights out for the F2 feature race. Poor reaction time for Harrison. That is not the start that he wanted. Jaden holds the lead down towards turn 1. Note says thank you very much and moves up to second place. It's the ART driver that leads us out of the first corner, and it's going to be Harrison now trying to recover, trying to move back to second position, but it is not the start that Harrison wanted. He did not get off the line, stalled momentarily, got back going, and he finds himself in third at the end of the opening sector. Jaden with the lead. A phenomenal start from Jaden there, and he did not come under any pressure. The goal of Jaden, the goal of Harrison, the goal of Note was to dive bomb on the opening lap, to go for that move at turn number 1. None of that materialized into a result of being able to do that. Note still remaining close to Jaden, so could it happen at another part of the circuit like this one? This can be a late braking zone, and Jaden's wide. Jaden's slightly wide, and that is wide for Jaden. And Note is still in this one, you know. Note is still in this one. Game on! At the end of the opening lap, but he's wide. He's slightly wide. He's fighting away with the car. We're about to come over the line then to start our second lap. It will be lap number 3 on the board. Jaden leads us with a 1.2 second advantage. 4.2 seconds back to Harrison. But Note is still in the ballpark. If he can stay close, that could be critical. Harrison's lost out a bit more compared to Note as well. So a dramatic start, and it's a race that, as it stands at the moment, is going to belong to Jaden again unless there is any major errors from the man in your picture, the man trying to take the championship lead, and he is going to have a huge opportunity to do it. If he continues, he's going to have a huge opportunity to absolutely dominate the championship. There's been a lot of talk of him dominating the F1 championship. Now, he is showing his class in Formula 2 as well, as he's always done. Formula 2 has really been his strong ground. We expected him to be strong in Formula 2, a little less in Formula 1. He's been strong in, I think he's been more stronger in Formula 1, to be fair, than Formula 2. And we knew he was always going to be strong from the evidence that he's a Formula 2 champion from the past. But today, Note is on it. 1.2 seconds last time around. What's the gap this time? Is it going to be higher or is it going to be shorter? Over the line is shorter. So, we've basically crossed the line and about the same gap from last time. But just a few thousandths smaller is the distance. Note is gunning for it. Note has got the pace right now. And this is absolutely remarkable stuff. Note, one of our winners from this year. All 3 drivers in this feature race have won a race so far this season, and they're both pushing to the max. 1 pit stop is required. Remember, there is a pit stop required in this race. There is a pit stop that needs to take place from these drivers. And if we don't see a pit stop, then it's a disqualification. So when are we going to be getting the pit stop is the question. Are we going to be getting a pit stop soon from these drivers? Are they going to be getting it out of the way? Another thing to contend with, you're allowed, if you get 10 corner cuts, that's a penalty. As soon as you reach 10 corner cuts, it is a penalty. So you have to be careful of that. You cannot afford to get 10 corner cuts. Right now, if we look through the order, Note's got 3. He's been pushing on extra. We have Harrison and Jaden on 2. And the gap, even though it's been about the same, it's still a few thousandths smaller. Now, I keep mentioning this, but yes, it is technically a few thousand smaller. So every time we can make our way through, it's closer, it's closer, it's closer. But I don't know if that's going to remain the way. And he'll be hoping that instead of getting it closer, he just makes the move. The more he's stuck behind, the more chance there is of an error. The more chance there is of a mistake from himself, because he'll be getting greedy. He'll be looking to push. And it seems like he's lost a little bit of time, so maybe a bit greedy on that lap, trying to gain a little bit extra time. So he needs to get the move done basically as soon as possible. If there is a mistake from Jaden, that could seriously open the door and give an opportunity. We are awaiting and waiting to see whether we're going to get any pit stops this time around. Nope. So Jaden stays out. Note stays out. Is Harrison going to dive it into the pit lane? That's the question. Nope. So Harrison stays out as well. So everyone's still yet to make their pit stop. 2.2 seconds. So this time it's basically gone down by a second. It was improvements of thousandths by 1 point, where from a starting point of 1.2, it went smaller, smaller, smaller. It's got bigger now. But to be fair, if we look at it from this angle, it seems like it's closed back in. So if Note didn't lose 1 second on the last lap, that could have been basically striking distance and a move for the race lead coming up. But this is close. This is close. This is not what we expected. When we came into this race, this is not what the prediction was. The prediction was it was going to be Note and Harrison maybe taking the lead on lap 1, and Jaden making the move and running away with it after that. It's not the case. It's not the case right now. Instead, it's Note putting the pressure on Jaden to a point where Jaden is having to check his mirror, having to look in the left, having to look in the right, and seeing where the Trident is. Talking about the Trident, he seems very close. He seems close. Let's see what the time is this time around. It's definitely going to be closer than 2.2. We know that. Over the line we go. It's 1 second, just over 1 second. He is pushing. He is gunning for it right now. And it seems like he's lost a little bit of time. This is two amazing drivers being pushing each other to the absolute limit. And Jaden's extended the gap. Harrison, meanwhile. Oh, over that curb. Through turn number 3, he is struggling. He'll be hoping that Jaden and Note collide, which is a possibility with how much they're about to do battle, if Note can get close enough. As I mentioned, all 3 still had to do a pit stop. So all 3 still need to make a pit stop. 80 kilometers in the pit lane. Is Jaden boxing this time around? Who is coming in? Oh, over that curve, that's going to lose Note a lot of time. And it seems like he's falling away now. Over the line we go. 2.7 seconds, not what Note wants at all. Harrison continues on, so he's not boxing either. These 3 wanting to take these tyres a little bit further in this one. But can Note just keep the pressure on Jaden? Can Note try force the error? It was 2.7. So he's lost a lot of time on that lap as Note. As he tries to push on. Tries to go on the attack. And he's heading to Sauber in real life as well. Not in real life, sorry, in F1. He's heading to Sauber in F1 in PRL as well, alongside Powell. So it was part of McLaren before, which Harrison's heading to. So lots of drama in the F1 market, let's just say. But it's not been only F1 that has had some news when it comes to driver transfers. We've had it in FIA Formula 2 with Powell announcing that he's staying with Trident. So Powell happy that he'll be staying for the team that's in your picture. Not Powell behind the wheel, it's Note. But he's staying for that team. Powell also saying that most likely he'll try get Note to join, stay with Trident as well. And these 2 both can continue as teammates. They'll also be teammates for Formula 1, so they have the chance of building a very, very strong relationship. As they will be teammates in Formula 1 in Sauber. They will also be teammates if Note extends his contract in Trident as well for next year. But it's been great having Formula 2 and the support built. And Formula 1 races have been pretty, let's say, boring so far. For every Formula 2 race I think has been better. Maybe not the feature race actually. I think the F1 opening 2 races were good. That's because it was snowing, it was raining, all that. And massively over the curb out of the 14th and final corner for Note. But it's in the end, it's going to be another domination from Jaden. He extended a second on that lap. And we go to some amazing venues later on in this season still. We're still awaiting some amazing racing that is coming our way. Over the curve for Harrison. Still awaiting our top 2 to pit. Oh, into the barrier! Spinning around to bring out the yellow flags momentarily in the second sector. Note with a huge moment, chasing the race lead. And he is going to lose a lot of time if he wants to do that. The green flags are back out. He was able to continue. But we will run you through now the We'll run you through whether we're getting any pit stops. Still no pit stop from Jaden. What about Note? Does Note decide that he wants to pit now? Yes, into the pit lane. Into the pit lane comes the Trident. Respecting speed limit. Harrison moves through and takes second place in the race. Note jumps out. Jumps back in. Roblox not letting him be the quickest. He'll go back out. He needs to wait, and then he can get his foot flat to the floor. Waiting. Still a long way to go. Wait for that white line to come. He's about to come across it. Waiting. Go! The white line comes, and he can get his foot down. And he doesn't even respect the white line through there. Staying inside the pit entry lane. Pit exit lane, I should say. And not the best moment that you want when you rejoin the road. That's a wide moment for the man who's got 7 corner cuts. Cannot afford to get 10. If he hits 10, then that's a penalty. It'll be a 5-second penalty for track limit. If he does do that, Harrison has 4 more, which he'll get away with. Jaden has 6 more that he'll get away with. Because remember, when it hits 10, that's a penalty. So you can get max up to 9. Jaden has pit, it seems like. Jaden's pit. Out onto the circuit he goes once again. Does the man who... Where is Note in comparison to Jaden? How much time has he? Oh, he's lost a lot of time. Some reports saying that he didn't make a pit stop. I'm sure you'll have footage of it. We weren't able to see it, but I'm sure you'll have footage of that pit stop. Have you boxed yet, Jaden? Let's see if we can hear from him on the radio.
Yes.
Okay, so he has boxed, and he also has footage, most likely, to confirm that. So, we are going to believe he wouldn't lie about it, because he does have footage, so we can easily request that. So, he wouldn't really lie about it. So, yes, he has made a pit, so we weren't able to see it. Harrison now does exactly that. Comes in, hoping to get in that Roblox car as quick as possible. He's taking a little bit of time, then go once again. Some reports coming that Jaden apparently wasn't respecting the speed limit, which we can just request footage after, so that's fine. And here we go. Hold on a minute. This is for second place in the race, and the Prema of Harrison has emerged in front. Pitting early for Note was not the correct decision. Now Harrison is up to second place. The man who is in the title hunt is now into second, Note down to third, and that's a critical moment in the feature race at Australia. And Note won't be happy about it. You can see with how close he was to the wall. He wasn't happy about it, and he's going to try and change that and take second place in the race. Exciting battle now coming our way. How much can Harrison defend? How much can Note attack? You can see that he's getting closer, and he's going to attempt to move down to turn number 11. How brave is he feeling into the braking zone? He wasn't able to do it. Jaden with the lead. Second is wide open. Note may have 8 corner cuts and possibly a penalty heading his way soon, but he's got a Prema ahead, which he believes he has more pace than. Jaden's pulled a 20-second gap. No one right now can get on terms. We really need Brian this race if anyone wants to try and put the challenge. And that's a wide moment from Harrison. Does it open the door for Note? No, because he runs super wide. Rejoins. Goes to the inside. Note takes the place. Will he have to give it back, though? Will he have to give it back is the question. Did he run off the road and gain the advantage? Did he use a bit of extra road, use the momentum, and get to the inside? If I was Note, I'd give it back anyway, because he has the pace to take it back. If he has the pace to take it back, so he may as well not risk a penalty at least. Is Harrison going to be? Yes, he's going to be let through. So Note runs wide. Note runs wide, but it seems like he was slowing up anyway to let Harrison through. Harrison restored to second place in the race. And while they do that, they're losing a lot of time to Jaden. But I think they know that they can only battle for second. That's the only thing they can do. About 2.1 seconds over the line between them. So Note lost a lot of time while giving the place up. Now he has to close it back. And he'll go hunting for second place. He's a driver who seems confident. More confident at least than Harrison. Jaden seems confident. Doesn't matter whether it's F1 2010, whether it's F2. He is right now the man to beat across all series. And it seems like he's on his way once again. Apparently the feature race feels a bit longer than usual. Well, a sprint is meant to be about 20 minutes. We've only been racing for like 18 now. 18 minutes. So, no, not really. I set it, of course, to high laps. High laps today because the sprint yesterday was like 16, wasn't it? Something like that. So we, of course, had to set it a little bit higher for today's race. Because it's a feature race and it's a short circuit. Because if we get this done right, we should finish in about 25 minutes, this race. And to be fair, we could be finishing in about 25 minutes. So I think I've done a good job with calculating the length of the races for this weekend. Of course, the sprint I think was pretty decent. Feature race has felt slightly long because we've not had a battle like... We haven't had a battle, that's the thing. We haven't had a battle like yesterday, which is why it felt long. But technically, the sprint finished about this time, yesterday, I think. So, we of course go longer in a feature race. We have a pit stop, so that's why it's a bit longer. And due to no action, it doesn't feel as energetic, as exciting, but it'll get done a bit quicker, it seems like. Unless we get a red flag, unless we get any interruptions. Lots of people will be hoping that we do get a red flag to give Harrison and Note another chance at this one. First of all, though, Note wants the chance of getting second position. He'll be gunning for that place. 17 out of 22. We're on to the 17th tour. Can Note put the pressure? Through the first turn we go. And a talented driver Note can be. We saw a great performance by him at Monza to take what was a truly remarkable win in the feature race. Of course, got a bit of luck. It was a red flag race. It was all sorts of chaos. And now, he's trying to get past Harrison, who's just about holds on to second place. But what sort of traction does he have? Is he feeling brave to go to the outside line? What a battle we have between these two drivers. Outside, inside, which way is it going to be? It is going to be staying behind the Prema. Huge opportunity, though, to pull alongside and go to the inside of turn number 11. Will the door open for him? Will Harrison be able to defend this? No, dives to the inside, hoping he gets room. Wheel-to-wheel stop between the pair. And Harrison was brave with his defense. He gets his reward. He's still got second place, but as he run wide, Note goes through. Note up to second place he goes, but he's going to have to defend it. Harrison's going to fight back. Down towards turn number 1. Can he retake the position? He probably wants to get back on the circuit, or that will be an off-the-track overtake. Wheel to wheel, and it seems like Note has got the position. Nothing Harrison can do. He defended. He tried his absolute best, but it's not going to mean anything, unfortunately, for the Prema driver. He'll finish in third. He'll still get some decent points in this one, but it's Note who charges his way by after a pit stop that did not go his way. A pit stop sequence that saw him lost that second place. He's regained it now, and he goes back to second. Harrison down to third again. It's been an exciting feature race, to be fair. It's had some drama. Down to the braking zone we go. Sliding absolutely everywhere. And Harrison really trying to keep the pressure on. This is going to be a thrilling battle for second place all the way till the end of the race. Can Harrison remake the move? Can he retake the place? And Jaden in another league. In real life, this would be absolute. I think Teo Porcher, his drive in the feature race last year was absolutely incredible. I think if someone pulls a 28 second gap, people would be like, should we check that car? Should we make? I think the FIA should check that car if that happened in Formula 2. It never finishes like this, but every race it's finishing like this. Jaden's just the man to beat right now in F1, in F2, in both. We knew he'd be strong in F2, but we had new contenders. We had Harrison being a new contender in F2. We had Note being a new contender in F2. We had Pal on Xbox, a new contender. Well, not a new contender. He's been in Formula 2 before, but you know, a new contender with the Xbox. Where we're gonna see a transformed driver. None of it has affected Jaden. None of it has mattered to Jaden. It was a bit of a twitch out of the final corner for Note. Harrison hitting the wall on the 14th and final corner. On to lap 20 we go. 3 laps to go, including this one. It will be lap 20. Then it will be 21. Then it will be 22. And then it will be race over and race done with. Let's watch Jaden. Here is the man in the lead. He's dominating. We haven't seen... Well, we were watching a lot of him at the start of it, weren't we? We were watching quite a bit of him at the start when he was battling with Note. Nothing ever since then. A 30-second gap, and he's going to continue to extend it. My word. Don't think people are happy right now with Jin dominating this race. Not one bit. As we take a look at the man in third, Harrison. Great view to show you what on earth was that noise. Has Jaden binned it? No. I thought someone binned it. On to the penultimate lap we go. This is the final lap where we could get a safety car or a red flag. If we go on to lap 22, that will be race done and race over. Here is Harrison. Here is Note, making their way through. All gunning for it, all battling for it. It's going to be an exciting finish in the battle for second. Unfortunately, it will be Jaden, who is going to take home the victory. But in the battle for second, who is going to take it? Will it be Harrison? Will it be Note? But on to his final lap is Jaden. And doing doubles in Formula 2 is hard. When you have to contend with a reverse grid. When you have to contend with so much in Formula 2. But he's making it look easy week in, week out. And we're about to see a phenomenal battle, which he'll be able to watch with us. Because that's how far ahead he is. He'll cross the line. And you'll be able to see who's joining him in second. And then third. We already know that these guys are all on the podium. But in which order? Jaden's finishing in first. Will it be Note in second? Or will it be Harrison? On to the last lap. For these two we go now. They are 30.9 seconds away. 32 seconds away in Harrison's case. Harrison trying to put the pressure on. Jumping over the curb. Harrison has to be careful actually. Hold on a minute. Note's getting a penalty. Because he's got 11 corner cuts. So Harrison's got to be careful. He's got 9. Harrison's got 9 right now. He cannot afford to risk it. He can finish in third. He cannot afford to risk it though. It has been a phenomenal drive from Jaden, who slows down, crosses the line, and wins the feature race down under. A phenomenal drive from Jaden. It has been dominant by Formula 2 standards. Over the line we're going to go. We'll call them over the line in second and third. Finishing miles back is Note, who will take second on the road. But due to a penalty, the driver behind, here he is in your picture, Harrison will get it. He finishes third on the road but promoted to second. Note will get third. Phenomenal action all the way to the end in Formula 2. But Jaden, there is nothing that could stop the Jaden Express. We'll go down to the podium and we'll wait and see. It does say that Harrison also has 10 corner cuts, but we'll look at the replay just to make sure that, because I believe that was after he crossed the line, which won't make a difference. So, we'll just quickly just have a look at that. If it was at the final corner, that is going to be heartbreaking. So, we're down on the podium. We're waiting for our drivers to come. So, we're waiting for our top 2 to come. It is taking forever though. It's a short lap. They're all going to be pushing all the way there, down here though. They'll be looking. Hopefully the national anthems go right today. There we go. Here's the man who will who will go on to the podium in 3rd. We will have to wait and see though. And hear the driver's thoughts. Harrison will go into 2nd, and then they will need to leave a gap in the middle, because where is he even? Where is he? Oh, there he is in the background. There we go. Arriving slowly in style. He was slow to the line. Literally, it's good that he wasn't fast over the line, or we would have missed him over the line. Oh, I literally realised. Oh, wait, hold on. While this battle's going on, hold on. Jaden's miles ahead. Oh, wait, has he not taken the check flag? All right, let's quickly cut. And then he was slowing down. Brilliant timing. Brilliant time for Jaden to do that. As well. On to first. On to first position he goes. And before they go onto the podium, we'll be hearing from them. First of all, with the man who's finished in 2nd. But, got a penalty down to 3rd. So finished 2nd on the road, but finishes 3rd overall. We're waiting for Note. He'll hopefully come our way in a second.
He's speaking through the sample. Never mind.
We're waiting for Note. We're not getting Note.
What?
Hello. We've been trying to get you for a while. Hello, Note.
Sorry.
So, can you explain?
Hello.
Well, first of all, let's go to the positives. Let's go to the race start. How was that, first of all, passing Harrison, then keeping the pressure on Jaden?
It was great, honestly, but I feel like I should have waited for Harrison to catch up so we could both attack directly. But I felt that as I had the race pace and just all of the time in the world, I thought Harrison would catch up and I'd be able to hold on to Jaden. It's really good. I was really happy about it, but I lost it over the laps.
Okay, well, can you explain then the pit stop? What happened there? Because you lost so much time.
No comment.
Could you explain then on the last few laps with your battle with Harrison?
Really good, yeah. I had the pace, but I accidentally I slightly turned too hard around a corner over a curb, and it gave me the CC. It really buggered my race, to be honest, but we live, couldn't do anything about it.
Okay, well, going into the next round, what's your expectations going into it then?
Jaden winning again, hopefully me securing P2.
Do you not have any hope of you maybe winning the race?
No.
Do you think anyone else could win the race? Other than Jaden?
If Bry was here, yeah.
What about Harrison? Can you comment on Harrison? What do you think he's going to be able to?
I feel like his car's fast, yeah. I can agree on that, but
All cars are equal.
he seems fast in his car, though. But I feel like he'll have the pace to keep up with Jalen.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll now speak to the man who finished in 2nd. I can confirm if there was any doubt or discussions on Harrison also getting 10 corner cuts. We can confirm that was after the checkered flag, as it's just been reviewed. So, he is the man in 2nd place. So, Harrison, hello. First of all, let's get the negatives out of the way for you. So, it's the complete opposite of how Notes 1 went. We're going to start the race start. It wasn't really a good launch off the line when everyone, all of the discussion was that you and Note would all be dive bombing Jaden at the first corner or attempting to pass Jaden. Instead, it was you bogging off the line and losing a place to Note.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The car just didn't really accelerate how I would like it to, and then I lost so much time.
Okay, then do you want to talk us through the mid part of the race where there was no action till the pit stops for you? So what was going on there? Because Note was pressuring Jaden till the pit stop phase, but for you, you just weren't really there in the battle. So what was limiting you from being up there with them?
Not really sure to be honest. Just lack of pace really from today. Uh, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, then could you please talk to us then about after the pit stop phase? You of course were able to get ahead of Note. Then can you explain that battle with Note all the way till the checkered flag?
Um, couldn't really see what was going behind me, so I didn't know where he was all the time. I was kind of focusing on what was happening in front of me because I was setting personal best laps every lap while he was behind me. So that was always a plus, so I could stay close to him when I dropped behind it.
Okay then, can you talk us through about the battle, about your expectations going into the next race, and also a little comment on the championship battle with Jin? Do you think that's still on?
Um, I mean, it's going to be a lot tougher now. Jaden has too much pace at the moment. It doesn't help the fact the next races we're going into, I haven't even driven those tracks on roadblocks, so you're going to have to work hard.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck in the next race. So, let's now finally talk with our winner, who has been doing a bit of commentary lately, all I'm going to say is. So, he should be very good at talking to us, hopefully in a second. Our winner over there, Jaden. We're just waiting for him. Hopefully he'll make his way with us in a second. Until then, we'll talk to you a little bit about the calendar, and then we'll hopefully be able to get... we'll hopefully then be able to get Jaden an interview with him, and then we'll be able to do the podium. The top three need to do the podium, so Note and Harrison patiently waiting. They've of course got Formula One also soon as well, so it will be a short pre-race for Formula One. We are currently about 26 minutes away from lights out from the race as well. So we have seen a few things on Twitter actually before we actually even comment on the calendar. We've seen a few things go on Twitter, or X now, but who cares. Very good race, both sprint and feature race, got the double, come on, so Jane very happy with that one. We've got more, well, I mentioned earlier we had a news about the teams and the drivers signings. We mentioned that Pal was going to drive for Trident, and I said probably Note will follow suit. And just as I say that, about 2 minutes ago, it's been announced the Note will be staying in Trident with a 2-season contract. So Note his opinions were that his opinions on it were, I'm very happy to be able to stay with a good team, and the passion of this team is unbelievably high. I hope I can make Trident proud. So Pal and Note both excited to drive for the Italian outfit. We're still awaiting an interview with Jaden. Hopefully we'll be able to get it. Oh, there he is. He's coming our way, finally. Now, I'll mention this again. He has been doing a bit of commentary lately, so we expect him to be very good at talking to us. That's the high expectation we've set for him. The drivers will make their way behind the podium, and then we'll go on the podium soon as Jaden joins them. So, Jaden, can you explain then? First of all, the start of the race. Can you explain, well, even before the start, let's start with... There was a lot of talk about you getting dive bomb into the first turn by Harrison. By Note. So look at Harrison going to the top step in the background as well. But there was a lot of talk about Note dive bombing you, Harrison dive bombing you. What was your thoughts going into that start? Were you a bit scared? And what were your opinions before even the lights went out, knowing that it was a risk that could have happened?
Obviously, but even before the lights go out, you have pressure. Like any other driver, you can ask them, do you have any pressure? Before the start, they'll say yes. So, yeah, I did have some pressure. Obviously, the dive bomb, I knew that if dive bomb, then possible contact and stuff, but I was just planning on what to do, to be honest. I was planning, just go pretty much flat out or just push very hard down to turn one and then just stay in the lead. But yeah, I did feel some pressure.
Could you explain then as well, if you did get dive bomb at that first corner, would you have maybe taken a different approach? You know you have the pace over everyone, so would you maybe have not fighted it much at that stage, let them do, and then fight and take the position later on in the race?
I'm not sure because it never happened to me. It hasn't happened in this way, so I don't know. Um, Maybe a different approach. I'd probably have to come up with different strategies and stuff on what to do. But
In
yeah,
the race, did Note's pace surprise you then, with him chasing you all the way through the first stint?
I did hit. I wasn't pushing as much to be honest. I was pushing, but not like full push, and I was making some mistakes. I was hitting the wall and stuff, so that's why he catched up a bit.
Okay, well, shutting down any, well, that was very quick by Jaden to shut down any hope for us of getting a good next few races of someone challenging him for the win. Well, can you explain the, so could you explain then the next few races and your expectations going into the next few with the championship fight battle as well? Do you think you've got this one sealed?
Um, Possibly,
A yes or a no or a maybe?
maybe.
Well, we know that's a yes. Thank you very much, Jaden. Usually when he says maybe, it's a yes. Okay, the drivers will go to the back of the podium and then be called up as well. Actually, before we get them on the podium, we're not meant to have them on the podium yet. So I don't know what Note's having a bit of fun on there. They'll go to the back of the podium, and they'll go to the back of the podium, and then we'll actually hear. Let's actually hear from them before. So the podium is 2 minutes away. It happens at 40. Let's hear in the cool down room of the drivers reflecting on that race. Don't tell me
No,
they're all.
you wanna
Don't tell me
fight?
they're all silent.
What the fuck, Jaden?
Hmm?
You hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
Cheeky bastard.
Want to scrap?
Go on then. Wait, don't make me toot your horn.
Someone's left the cool down room.
Choo choo.
Don't know he's meant
Choo
to.
choo.
He needs to be back there.
You wanna fucking go? You wanna go? You wanna go? You having it? You having it? Nah, lads. Knees, lads. Knees, lads. Oh, sorry, Art.
Interesting. Interesting stuff. Okay, so let's call the drivers up then to the podium. Interesting cool down room. Apologies for any type of language that may have offended anyone as well. But yeah, if you are a PRL customer, then yeah, make sure you click the red subscribe button and all that. Anyway, yes. So, in third position after a penalty, it is Note. Phenomenal stuff by him. I will invisible myself so we can get a good shot of the podium as well. Here we go, bringing you right to what is a famous podium. In second place, inheriting that second place, we have got Harrison. Oh, he's fallen off. There he is. Celebrating in second. But celebrating another victory. Poking into picture momentarily. And the man not deciding to talk a lot in the cooldown room. It's Jaden. Well, that's some entrance. Going through the wall. Right. Yesterday it didn't go well. Let's try it again. The British National Anthem. Yay! Able to get it done. Fantastic stuff. The British national anthem. Able to do it after an attempt yesterday. Finally able to get it done today. And it wasn't the king, but interesting stuff. Celebrations on the podium for Jaden, for Node, for Harrison. But it's Jaden who is definitely stealing all the attention in this championship battle. It has been some incredible season, and it continues right now as well. What a fantastic race, and what a fantastic round of FIA Formula 2. Going down under has definitely been brilliant. Fantastic to go down under. It's been an incredible round of FIA Formula 2, and I'm expecting it to continue throughout the season. Remember, only round 3 is done, so still a long way to go. Lots of possibilities, lots of action, and an exciting weekend. Next few races ahead of us as well. So, fantastic stuff. All the way through this Formula 2 round, it seemed like that Jaden now is the man to beat. It seems like it's going to take some beating, if anyone is, to get on terms with him as well. But looking ahead, we've got still some exciting rounds of Formula 2 coming up. We've done Italy, we've done Spain, we've done Australia. Next time, we head to a classic at Brazil, where the expectation is nothing but a good race. Austria, Le Mans, China, Fuji, Chicago, Miami, Monaco all follow as well. Exciting races coming up. While Jaden may be dominating this championship at this stage, we still have exciting races. Will he be able to continue it in Brazil? You'll have to join us to find out when Formula 2 goes racing in Brazil for the first time.